be so kind and mute your microphone, please? Okay. So welcome, Pierre.
Hello, Gabriel. Hello, everybody. How are you? Very good. Make like this. Woo, it's good. Okay, I cannot see some people moving the hand. Let's do a little dance. The dance of color. Yeah. Okay. So it's a pleasure for me to be introduced to this first event of the Color Light World. And actually, the name of the seminary was called, and still called, The Lazy Way to Color, The Lazy Way to Enlightenment. Actually, this was a funny introduction based upon a very, not very old, but a old book. Maybe you have known this book. It was a book from Tadeusz Kolas. It was called The Lazy Man Guide to Enlightenment. And it was a book how to feel good with yourself and how to get into yourself and be connected to the universe and feel that the spirit, the existence is one, and that you can do it very easy without having to go in a monastery for 20 years, meditating on spike and 12 hours a day without eating and without even maybe without seeing everybody. And I wanted to make you a special meditation, and that with light, because with light we can do very nice meditation, and that with this light you can go very easy into a very, very deep state of meditation and ecstasy. But the problem is that we have tried a lot with Gabriel, and this meditation is difficult to do without props. You need some props, some light and some candle. And actually it doesn't work on video. So we decided to keep the name The Lazy Way to Enlightenment with Light, but we're going to have another subject. And it's a good idea because it's the subject that I prefer. It's my subject, is the subject that all my life I have been looking for, I have studied, and I have taught this subject all my life. So this is the subject of color psychology, color theory, and color symbolism. As somebody Eva, you have your mic which is on, so it's a little bit complicated. If you can close your mic, Eva, will be nice. Yes, thank you, Eva. So, color psychology is a fantastic subject, and I think one life is not enough to fulfill all your knowledge. You can go life and life learning color psychology. And in order to put it in a more practical way, what I will propose you is that we're going to make a color testing. This color test, usually you do it with your client, it's one by one. And then you will interpret the color test, and based upon this color test, you can make a psychology session, you can make acupuncture session, you can make massage session, you can make healing session, you can make training, you can make a lot of things with the color test. But as we are a group, what we're going to do, we're going to make a group color test. And from this color test, when we finish the color test, I will do every colors, we will look at every colors, and I will give you an overview of the color symbolism of those colors. So now I have to share my screen in order to start a color test. Wait a second. Okay, so Gabriel, do you see my new screen now?
I can see, yeah, I can see your color test screen.
Perfect. So everybody can see the color test is black. You see it's a black screen. So now I will start the color test. And you see that randomly some colors have been distributed upon the screen. It's completely random. So I will ask we will start from the first line below, and we will have to remove 4 colors on every line. So there is 8 colors on this line, there is 8 colors, and we have to remove 4 colors. Which color should we remove? We will remove the colors that feel not so comfortable, not that you dislike it, but that feel okay, it doesn't feel perfect at this place, or I prefer other colors, so I remove this one. And in order for us to make a color test group, we will start with Gabrielle, and you will have to tell me not name of colors, because people have different name for the colors. So you will see first line number 1, and then I remove this one. If you say first line number 2, I remove this line. If you tell me number 8, I remove this one. If you tell me number 7, I remove this one. There is 8 colors on every line. So you just tell me the number you want to remove. 1 for the first, 2 for the second, 3 for the third, etc. So Gabrielle,
Okay.
you can start.
Yeah, so if I understand you correctly, it's 4 colors I am meant to remove.
Yes, but you only remove 1, because we will go fast and everybody will have the chance to remove a colors.
Okay, so I will remove 1. Number 2.
Number 2. Next person. You need to have your mic. No, we need to have your mic on. Maybe Suzanne, you can say something, and you can remove 1 color and go quick, because otherwise it's got to be too long. So you have to go quick.
So it's me, Susanne.
Yeah.
It's in the second row, number 5.
No, first row. We have to remove 4. We are
okay. So then it's 3.
Number 3. Okay, Eva. Just yeah, we cannot hear you. People, please put your mic now for a moment. So because Eva Schleman, I cannot hear you. So I still cannot hear you, Eva. Sorry. So somebody else, Ernest.
Number 7.
Number 7, Margit.
Number 4, please.
Number 4, perfect. Let's say Sandra. I see you have your mic on.
I would like to remove the 1.
On second line, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Ega, post at phone therapy. I don't know, ega.dk. Okay, nobody. So next one, Maureen.
Number 7.
Number 7. Marilyn, if you don't put your mic, I cannot see you, huh? Marilyn?
Yeah, number 3.
Number 3, let's say Barbara.
Number 2.
Number 2, let's say Christian.
Number 6.
It's already 6, yeah, this one, okay. So it doesn't work anymore. No, we have already removed 4 on the first line. So now you go line number 3.
So delete, yes, 7, please.
7?
Yes.
Okay.
Oops.
So anybody else can just speak one by one. Just say the one you want to remove.
Number 8.
Number 8. Okay. Next one.
Number 2.
No, doesn't work like that.
I also want number 2.
Number 2. Okay, Sandra.
Again.
Yeah.
So remove, please, the 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maureen again. No, we have to next line.
Number 2.
Number 2. Let's say Muktolog.
Number 5.
Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say Marilyn. I cannot hear you, Marilyn. You have not your mic. So Karin.
4.
Number 4. Christian again.
Number 1, please.
1. Okay, next line. No, we go for who's else? Maria Grandeguer.
Yes, number 7.
Number 7. It's the one that you feel not so comfortable with, huh? Not the one you like, huh?
Yes, I know. I know.
Marilyn, try again.
4.
Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gabriel.
Number 3.
Number 3. Margit.
Number 6, please.
Number 6. P.S. Richard.
Number 4.
Number 4. It's already removed here. You have to start next line. Sorry, the red one?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, Sandra.
I would like to move the 5.
5. Or post-fodder therapy again. Okay.
Dorte.
Sorry?
Her name is Dorte.
Dorte, you type.
Number 2.
Number 2. Marilyn Otton.
1.
Number 1. Next line here, maybe Barbara Lanoff.
Number 1.
Number 1. Christian.
Number 7, please.
Number 7. Annelore.
Number 3.
Number 3. Constance.
Number 2.
Number 2. Next line maybe for Karine.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who else?
Number 8.
Number 8. Okay, perfect.
Number
Ernst Friedrich.
Number 7.
Number 7. Margit.
2, please.
2. Next line, Sandra.
The 5, please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The red have not a lot of luck this time. Myctolog.
Number 6.
Number 6. Marilyn again.
Number 8, Susanne.
Number 8. Allez, Barbara again, or his boyfriend.
Number 7.
Number 7. Next line.
My son.
Next line here. Shimizu Masako, she's sleeping. The mic is sleeping. Christian.
Yeah.
Christian.
There is Masako.
Yes, number 1.
Number 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Constance, take away 2. You have you have 2. You can take away 2.
In this row, let's go with number 4 and number 8.
Number 4 and number 8. Gabriel, you can take 2 also. No, 1 on this line and then 1 on the second line, Gabriel.
7 on this line. And next line, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Who else? Somebody tell me something.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 4.
Number 4. One more.
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay.
Number 8 in the next line. Here. Yes.
This one, 8.
Yes, please.
Okay, Maureen.
Number 6.
Number 6. Somebody else?
Number 1.
Number 1, and I take also 1 away because I play with you. Number 3. Okay. So that's a color test. And now what we're going to do, we go to associate all the colors together to see how many of each colors we have kept. So this is what we call our chromatic identity chart. So the whole question is, what does it mean? This is more a game than a reality because naturally it's a group color test. And what we see is that at some place there is not a lot of colors. We have removed on the red area, we have removed 7. We have removed 7 orange. We have almost keep all the yellow. The light is yellow, so it's very nice. We have keep all the deep blue, and we have keep all the purple violet. So the question is, what does it mean? That's the whole question. So I want you to remember, I mean, not remember, but have a look at this And now I go to change my screen, and we will try to understand what does it mean. So maybe you can close your microphone now, because now we don't need to speak anymore. And I don't know if I can share. I have to do it another way. Okay. So I stop to share this screen. Here I am, hello, and I will share another screen. This one. Okay. So, there, Gabriel, do you see the chromatic circle now?
Yes.
Okay. So that's the 12 color that was on the color test. And today for this session, we will look at 6 colors, because we cannot we cannot go deeper into 12 colors in 1.5 hour or 1 hour and 15 minutes. It's much too short to experience the symbolism of every color, because it's a long journey. Okay, so let's start. I have a very special, you see the island there?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I know that one of you have learned a lot of color psychology, color symbolism, but I want that for an exceptional time, this is a very short time today, that you momentarily forget about what you have learned about color psychology. We will try to do a color psychology which is a little bit different, which is based upon the nature. I call it the color natural symbolism. So to know what a color meaning, I think the best way to do it is to think about where do you find this color in the nature. Let's say this color is somewhere in the nature. Okay, this is a natural phenomena that have this color. And what is the quality of this natural phenomena? And for this, I propose you the metaphor of the tropical island. This is a very nice tropical island. And on this tropical island, you will find everything you want and all the colors you want. And then when we go to look at one colors and try to find its meaning, we will try to know where on this tropical island we can find these colors. So let's start with the first color, the color magenta. And the first thing of the color magenta is that if you look at the color spectrum, you realize that actually you don't see magenta in the color spectrum. Color spectrum starts from red and go to at the middle of green, and it's end up to violet. So very strange, no magenta in the color spectrum. Actually, in order for having the magenta, you will need a special phenomena. Actually, you need to have 2 rainbows that will meet each other. If you take one rainbow and then a second rainbow, you need the red part of one rainbow meeting, melting, and make a fusion with the second part of the rainbow. That means when the lower part of the rainbow, that is the red part, lower frequency, like the earth, and the higher part, this is violet, will mix together, then it will give magenta. So this is very important for magenta because it will give us one information about the meaning of the magenta. The first information about the meaning of magenta, that it is not a higher or a lower vibration, it's the mix of both, of the spiritual world, which is related to violet, and the more material world, which is related to red. And it's also the connection between 2 colors. So now have a look at these magenta colors. Where will you find it, except in the rainbow, in 2 rainbows, where you will find it in your tropical magical island? Where do you see this color? That's a question. No, naturally, we can take a few seconds to think about it. And as your mic is closed, we will not have right away some talking.
In the middle.
if somebody want to say something about where you find this in the nature, you can say it.
Flowers.
Sorry?
Flower.
Yes, and actually that's enough. So actually that's the main, except when two rainbow meet, that's not only, almost only, the only colors, the only natural phenomena where you will find this magenta. There is others one, but this is the more common. So now let's have a look at the flower. And it's not special, it's not all the flower, it's a very particular part of the flower. Usually it will be in the petals of the flowers. So now let's think about what are the qualities of flowers and what are the qualities of the petals of the flower. So let's look at few flower here. One flower, let's say you touch it, let's say you smell it, let's say you look at it. And what is the quality of a flower? What is the quality of the petals of the flower? What sort of experience are you making when you look at flowers? So here we have a lot of different flowers and they are all magenta. And to me, the main meaning of magenta will be related to the quality of the flower. That is, basically, flowers, they have one quality. Petals of flower have a particular qualities. They are soft. They are soft. They are tender. They are fragile. Soft, fragile, and tender. There is a sort of tenderness that comes out of these colors. So on the color test, when we have we have keep 5 magenta and we have removed only 3 magenta. That means we are very balanced into magenta. And we are looking for softness and tenderness. If we like magenta, that means we look for it. Another thing with magenta, if it's have a taste, what sort of taste will it have? And naturally, it will be not salty, it will not be bitter, it will be more sugar or sweet. It's a sweet colors. So we are looking for tenderness, softness, beauty, because flowers are very beautiful. So magenta is about beauty. Tenderness, softness, beauty, and sweetness. Sweetness. So magenta is a very strange color because in the nature, you will find it on flower. And this is okay, it's very natural. But if you look at magenta in the world constructed by human beings, usually you will find it in this very strange things like sweets. And every colors have a positive part, very positive, but it have also a negative part. Magenta, green, yellow, every colors have a negative part. The negative part is when it's too much and it will sort of annihilate other colors. And one of the negative part of magenta is this. Actually, it's look a little bit artificial. So we have for magenta softness, tenderness, sweetness, beauty, connection, because this is connection between two rainbows. But there is the negative part of magenta, which may be a little bit artificial, because it looks like artificial things. Too much sweet, actually. Okay, let's continue on with magenta and try to find another meaning of magenta. We know that magenta is made out of red and blue, deep blue or violet, but it's the same, deep blue and red. And if we look at our DNA, we have our DNA, that means our intimacy, what we are really, our essence, is a mix between the female and the male, father and mother. And it's the same for magenta. Magenta is the encounter between male and female that are melting with each other, and having a baby. So it's our intimacy, it's our DNA, and it's the creation of the love of the parents. I call it the moment of creation. It's called the conception. When the spermatozoid is meeting the egg, like one rainbow meeting another rainbow, we come to existence. That's the first thing. Another thing with magenta is the color. It's a very attractive color for child, especially for child, but for everybody. And if we look at some magnets, one have a positive pole and one have a negative poles. And positive attract negative. So in a way, magenta is also red plus blue make magenta. So in a way, it's the colors of attraction. People feel attracted to each other's, or feel attracted to a flower, or feel attracted to beauty. Magenta is related to beauty. Flowers are very beautiful. So magenta is also about attraction. And naturally, it's the colors which is related to love, because when a man meets a woman, it's because of love. When a child is created, it's because of love. When we want to express our love to somebody, but what we can give flowers. Or if we want to express our love to divinities, we put flower on the altar. Or if we want to express our love to the people who are passed away, we go in the cemetery and we put flower, because it's very beautiful and it shows our connection. So magenta is about love and connection. It can be love between two persons, but it can be also love between a mother and the daughter. So it's also friendship. Any friendship or any relationship will be related to magenta. It gives you this heart feeling that you feel connected, you feel melted with somebody. It's very tender. Okay, now here we come a problem, because many times in many color symbolism systems, people are saying love is related to the heart chakra. The heart chakra is green, so love should be green. Okay, I don't agree with this. Just imagine you have to go in the morning to work and you want to put a message to your lover on the fridge with the stickers. You want to make a stickers, but you know your boyfriend or your girlfriend, she have no time or he have no time. He will just pass very quick and he will not read your stickers. Bad person, but it's okay. So you have the choice not to put a stickers about love. You want to make a love message in pink, magenta is pink, green, heart chakra green, or red. Because also some people say love is related to red. No, instinctively, anybody will know you will choose the pink stickers. Because the pink will, even the person don't read it, she will see it, she know you send a message of love. If you put a green sticker, the person will not understand. What does it mean? It's not related to the love feeling. So maybe she think about, oh, you have to remember to go to buy some salad. You know, you don't know, go to buy vegetables. Well, no, I mean I want to give you a kiss before you go to work. Another one is about red. I will not go right now about love and red. People say love and passion is related to red. We will see, okay, I go very quick. It needs more understanding and more explanation. But remember that before, magenta was not available in the paintings. It's only in the in the 19th century, 1852, that people was able to create magenta pigment. It's only magenta pigment is only 170 years old. Before there was magenta in the nature, but you cannot use it for painting. So naturally, you cannot put away the love from your painting. People, artists wanted to paint love. So they chose red for the expression of passion because magenta was not available. But now magenta is available, so we have to put it back where it's belong, which is magenta. Let's have another look at the color magenta and try to see if we feel something special about it. So we have love, patience, tenderness, connection, sweetness. Another thing is that it's a colors that is very well related to little childhood. And let's have a look at those child. And let's try to see what we feel when we look at this beautiful little child. We have a feeling of tenderness and a feeling of love. So magenta is also very much related to innocence, childhood, babies. Let's try to find what sort of part of our body can be related to magenta. So we remember that magenta is the mix between red and blue. So what is the mix between red and blue in our body? The whole cardiovascular system. The cardiovascular system is a mix between vein and arteries. Veins are blue, bluish, and arteries are red or reddish. So if you mix red and blue, that's make magenta. So in a way, magenta is related to our cardiovascular system. And there we find again the connection with the heart, because naturally it's related to the heart. Now, you will find also another place where you find magenta on your island. That means if you open the mouths of your friends, you will see that inside your body, everything is pink, pinkish. So magenta is related to the inside of the body. Everything what is tender, the lips, the mucus inside your body, the vaginal lips, the lips here, everything which we are pink inside actually. So the magenta represents the inner world, the world of the inside. We are pink inside. And there is another part which is very pink. It's the coating of the small intestine. The small intestine, I think, yeah, you say this in English. So what is on inside the small intestine? There is something very special there. Actually, naturally, the small intestine helps us for the digestion, but magenta have nothing to do with digestion. But they have something to do very special. It's about, we call it osmosis. Inside our small intestine are living some bacteria that we are living in osmosis. I don't know in English the name of this, but we need those bacteria. This is the flora intestinalis. And we have said that magenta is related to the flower. So the flower and intestinal flower, the microbiota of the intestine is also related to magenta. Why? Because they are friends. And magenta is the people we like, and we are living together. We are living into osmosis with those persons. Like you love her, you have your lover, so you live together. And it's the same with the flora intestinals. There are hundreds, trillions of friends inside our body, and they help the immune system. So whenever a people have a disbalance of the immune system of the intestinal flora, on the color test, it will look more for magenta. If we, let's say we have keep 8 magenta or 7 magenta, that means we may have an imbalance in the intestinal flora that we are looking to reconstruct this intestinal flora. We try to find some friends. This is friend bacteria in order to balance our immune system. Another thing about magenta, you use it, this is not natural and this is artificial, but you use it for paint yourself to look beautiful like flowers. So again, there is a relationship with the flower. Finally, almost finally, when we think about what is dream, I related magenta to the dream world, the world of dreaming. Why is it so? What is dreaming? When we sleep, Actually, there is two sorts of sleep. There is the deep sleep without any dream, where we are into an unconscious state. And this is deep blue, no dream. Blue is a non-active colors. But then there is an active part of the dream. At certain time of the night, our brain starts to create some imagination and some dream. Activity is red, sleep is blue, deep sleep is blue. So the activity red of sleep, deep blue, make magenta the dream. It's a very dream world. It's like you dreams of things that cannot, it's an imaginary world.
Sorry.
Okay, it's also very romantic. And finally, it's bring yourself close to your heart. And when we look for magenta, actually we look for, there is some mic open, please, Karen, close your mic. Magenta is related to ecstasy. When we look for magenta, we want to feel good. We want to feel into states of ecstasies. So magenta is looking for ecstasy. Okay, that was a very small introduction towards magenta. And if we look at our color test, we are quite balanced into magenta. We have 5 magenta. That means we look for love. We like to be loved. We look for tenderness, sweetness, connection, togetherness, relationship. But we are not in balance inside this symbolism. We can give love or we can receive love. Next colors. Okay, we have C magenta. Now we go to see the opposite colors, because I like not to go like clockwise. I like to go by pair of complementarities. So complementary to magenta is the green. Take care, because there is a lot of wrong color circle. When in the middle of past centuries, there was a theory of colors that that didn't have magenta, so you find red complementary to green. Today we know that this is not right. Naturally, it's a misunderstanding of colors and a misunderstanding of biology and of chemistry. Today we know that red is not complementary to green, but it's magenta which is complementary to green. So we will now look at the green colors. So this is the 2 colors we will look, magenta and green. First thing, let's have a look at where is green in the spectrum. This looks very strange, a spectrum like that. It's almost look like, I don't know, a scenery. Yeah, in English, sorry, my English is not so good. It looks like a natural scenery. Above, you have the sky, the blue. Maybe you have a little bit of the sea here, then the deep blue of the sky, then you have the night, then you have the cosmos into violet. Then when you go down, you will see some green of the nature. Then you have the earth, and at the middle of the earth, you have the fire. So have a look at green, and where do you see green into your tropical magical island? So you can open your mic and you can tell me, where do you see green on your tropical island?
Trees.
Sorry?
Tree.
Yeah. And actually you see it almost everywhere. And that is the main symbolism. We have to put our attention on this. Actually, if you see green, you will basically see it in the nature. So green is natural colors. It's a very natural colors. It's the colors of the nature. And let's have a look at the nature. Green on the tree, green on the field, green in the forest, green on the leaves. green in the jungle. So that's for me the very important part of green, and this is where we have to base our symbolism upon it. So the first thing is when we look for green, when we like green, or when we dislike green, we have some issue with the external environment. So it's very interesting because we see green outside of ourselves. If you see the sign exit, it say to you, you can go outside there. So green is really outside of ourselves. We have no green in our body, except sometimes the eyes and the liver. Not the liver, but the gallbladder. So green represents the outside world. And there you can see the complementary. Magenta is the inside world. Everything is magenta inside. And green is the outside world. Because the nature is basically green. So what we can do in the nature, we can do a lot of things. It's a place for freedom. So when people, because you can do whatever you like in the forest, and if you can go in the forest by yourself, that means you are an independent being. Let's think about primitive tribe. So-called primitive tribe, the child cannot go into the jungle because jungle is dangerous. So you can only go into the jungle when you have learned certain things and when you become autonomous and independent. So green is the capacity to go to the outside world, to go into the jungle, to encounter the unknown. Magenta is the inside, the know. The green is the unknown. And when you can go into the nature, actually, you are free to go wherever you want. So it's freedom and liberty. So there is a lot of explanation, more explanation, but it will be too long to explain you why green is related to freedom and liberty, independence and autonomy. One of the explanations is that if you can go into the jungle by yourself, that means you have been raised, you have been initiated, and then now you are free to make your own life. So green is about the nature and external world. So let's look at the negative part of this color, because there is also one negative part of these colors. Actually, nature is very beautiful, but we don't know real nature. In Europe, our forests, they are not really forests. They are parks. They are made artificially. If you go in the real nature, in the real deep wild nature, primary nature, it's a little bit strange. And what you see green, except from the leaf, you will see green also in mold, in things that go, I don't know in English, but I think rotten, in some mushrooms. Do anybody want to eat this mushroom? No. Why is it? Because green is also related unconsciously to everything which is related to the I don't know in English, I think it's antigen. That means viruses, bacteria, and antigenes. I don't know if it's the right English words. The bacteria that are good friends, that means the flora intestinal, the microbiota intestinal, it's magenta. But the bad friends, the one that make you sick, that means the poison, will be related, we associate it to green. And in a way, human beings associated to green for themselves, not for the nature, but for themselves. If you are green, that means you are sick. So magenta, in a way, the negative, green, in a way, the negative part of green is about sickness. If you are pink, you are healthy. If you are green, you are unhealthy. And this is a complementary, naturally, it's a very important complementarity. Magenta inside, green outside. Magenta, good friends like intestinal, flora intestinalis, or bad friend like viruses and bacteria that can do some bad things to the health. Healthness magenta, you are feeling healthy, you are all pink, and if you are green, you are sick. Naturally, it's your sickness, but it's the health of the nature. If the nature is green, it's very good. Also, there is another complementary here. We have seen that the negative part of magenta is artificiality, is artificial colors. If you look in sweets, it's very artificial. And magenta is natural, green is natural, sorry. Now, let's look at internet, and if you type down into Google icon sickness, icon to be sick, icon of sick people, they will always give you some green icon. So in a certain way, magenta is related, green is related to sickness. Poison. You see the witch, they are always green, the green witch. So bad bacteria. Today we know a lot about this with all the story with the COVID, etc. So who is taking care of toxin in the body? Green is related to toxin, the liver. So the part of the body which is related to green is the liver. And if we have some trouble with the liver, we will have a special relationship with green in our life. We probably will dislike green. When we will, on the color test, when we will remove a lot of green, it may indicate that we have got some tension on the liver because the liver have to work a lot. You have to work to deal with the toxin that we have eaten. So green is related to the liver. And on the color test, we want to look at the green zone to see if we have some sort of toxin ingestion, and when we were young, if we get a lot of maybe antibiotics or vaccination. If you think about vaccine is it's a greenish colors. It's something from the external world that go to the internal world. It's a pathology, but we are balancing to green. We have on the color test we have 5 green. That means because there was 8, 1 more or 1 less, it's okay. So we have a good balance into our toxin management into our body. Another thing about green, which is very fun, is that before we was thinking that no, it's changed a little bit, that aliens were green because they come, the little green men from Mars. Monsters that are greens. So this is also a very nice complementarity. Magenta is the people we know. The green is the unknown, the others. Magenta is the self. Green is the others. Okay, so we will go a little bit more quick into the green because we have not so much time, but you will see green also. I don't know, you say this in English, pharmacy, I think you say that. Pharmacy, you can have, why is it green? Because before there was selling plants, probably. So naturally green is related to plants. And whatever plant that have some action on the liver is have a certain taste. So what is the taste of those plants that can purify the liver? Bitter. And now again, you can see a complementary between magenta and green. Magenta sweet, green bitter. And naturally, green is the nature, the balance. It's perfectly balanced onto the spectrum. It's just the middle colors of the spectrum. Not too much on the right, not too much on the left, right in the middle. So magenta represent our outer environment and the balance that the nature is offering us. A lot of natural products is related to green, biological product, good health product. So when we love green, that means we love to be in contact with the nature, and we are not afraid to go into the jungle. That means we are not afraid to encounter the unknown. And we probably will we love the nature very much. It doesn't mean that if you remove green from your color test that you don't love the nature. It just means maybe that you will have some liver tension on the liver meridian or any liver toxin relationship, or also because I didn't speak about it, but we have no time for it. It's about you feel alone in the forest. There is nobody in the forest. So green is the ability to be by yourself alone. But if you have been put aside from your parents, if you feel abandoned, you will also not like very much green. Let's say you was in love with somebody and this person reject you, you feel rejected alone in the forest. So you may reject green because you feel abandoned. Okay, we have seen magenta, the inner world, green, the outer world. Now we will look at the next color, scarlet. I watch at the time. Yeah, okay, we will do it. Next color, scarlet. Sorry. Scarlet, I will go a little bit quicker because we have not so much time. We need actually 6 hours for this because it's so fantastic. So where do we find these colors? There is 2 or 3 place in our island where we will find scarletish colors. Not really scarlet, but some more scarletish colors. The first part we will find it is when we dig into the earth, into the ground. The ground is reddish colors. So basically the ground, the earth, not the heart. I am a French, so I always mix earth and heart, but earth, very difficult for me to say. The earth is sort of reddish, scarlet reddish. You see here? There is some part of in India where I have been, and in South France, it's really reddish scarlet. Sorry, take it. I can send it to you if you want. Anyway, so the scarlet color, I will relate it to the ground, the earth, what is inside our planet. It's the material world. Finally, it's the material world. Magenta will be the soul, and scarlet will be the body. So where do we put, which part of the body we associate unconsciously to scarlet? Naturally, everything which is in contact to the ground, that means the legs and the feet. And our legs, they are rooted inside the ground. So scarlet is about incarnation, be into the ground, to be rooted into the material world or to be rooted inside our body. Incarnation, material world, rooting, the feet, the legs. Another place where you will find scarlet, actually you cannot see it, but the baby, when he lives into the mother wombs, he will see the placenta, and through the mother womb's wall, the light will shine, and the colors of the skin and the placenta is a mix of violet and red, because one part of the placenta is violet, the other part is reddish. So if you mix more red than violet, it will sort of be fleshy-like colors, like the flesh. So magenta is related to the womb, to pregnancy. The herd is round, like the mother womb is round. So we say mother herd. So this is related to all femininity, woman, mothers. The relationship we have with scarlet is showing the relationship we have with our mother herd, but also the mothers that we have into our family. People who like very much scarlet, they are looking to be taken care by their mother. People who reject scarlet, maybe they have got a mother that was a little bit too much mothering, and now they say, oh, mother, please I don't want you to take care of me. I can be by myself. and I cannot breathe anymore because you take too much of my energy. So that, and then they will reject scarlet. The third place where you find scarlet, it's not so much important, but you will find it in some fruits. So what does the mother give you, and what does the earth give you? Basically, mother is feeding the child. Magenta is the child, scarlet is the mother. So mother is feeding the child, as well as the earth is feeding humanities. So it's about nourishment, abundance. We say that when we have a good ground, a good soil, it gives us abundance. And finally, if you cut yourself, you will see it. Actually, the flesh of your body is sort of scarletish color. Sorry for a vegetarian here, but we have to look at the flesh. So in a way, the scarlet represents our body. Magenta is the soul, and the soul do incarnate into the body. And so scarlet is our body. All right. So we have seen magenta, we have seen scarlet. Now, what do we have in front of scarlet? We have turquoise. So again, in your magical island, where will you see turquoise? And what natural phenomena is related to turquoise? It's a greenish turquoise. It's not the bluish turquoise. So if anybody can, I'm not sure you have a good colors there, because maybe with Zoom, you don't have the same colors, but just speak if you see.
Water?
Yeah, sure. Basically on your tropical island where you will see turquoise is into the water. Yeah. But it's very important to know it's not any water. It's the water close to the shore. The water which is more away from the shore, there is more depth. Where there is depth is another color. But this is the color which is close to the shore here. If you go where there is depthness, it's become deep blue. It's a different colors. So water close to the shore, sorry. So now we have to try to understand what is the quality of the water. And it's any water. It can be the water of the ocean, but also the water that is in the mountain, the water that in certain lakes. So what is the quality of the waters? Very, sorry?
Oh.
Just try.
The water feeds the earth.
Actually, it doesn't. It's very strange, but it doesn't. The water is carrying minerals, and it's the minerals that are feeding the earth. But there is a very good relationship. It's very nice that you make this relationship, because naturally you have a complementary. If you have ground, scarlet, you need water in order, ground and water are together in order to make the life possible. But the water itself, if it doesn't have mineral inside, it doesn't feed you. You don't feed on water. And the ground doesn't feed on water. Actually, it's a little bit the opposite. The water will take away, when it's raining, it will take away the mineral, and those minerals will go into the river, and then it will go into the sea. And then naturally, those minerals, they will feed the earth. But it's not the water who feed the earth, it's the mineral that is in the water. And the mineral is scarlet, it's the earth. But the main quality of water is fluidity. It's fluid. Let's continue on sea waters. You have solid, the world scarlet, fluidity, humidity, turquoise. And basically what you use turquoise for is for hygiene. It's for drinking, to turd yourself, and for hygiene, to clean. So it's a very clean colors. You use it, they use it a lot in hospitals. It's feel very clean. A lot of soap is turquoise, sort of turquoise colors. Hygienic product, many of hygienic product are turquoise. And when you are sweating, it's a cleaning of your body. You eliminate through sweat. So we have the ground scarlet and the water turquoise, but we have also the nourishment scarlet and we have elimination turquoise. But that's not the main things about turquoise. The main things is about the quality of the water. So what is the quality of the water? Water is very strange, actually. It's one of the elements that have the most ability to transformation. Water is a liquid, can solidify into ice. And ice, when it's melting, it's fusionate into water. Water can vaporize into vapor, and vapor can condense into water. Solid ice can sublimate into vapor water, and vapor water can condensate into solid state as ice. So basically, the quality of the water is called cycle of water, is for transformation. And when we look at to turquoise, we like very much turquoise. We like hygiene, we like purity, but we also want to transform our life. The main action of water, I don't know why it doesn't work. The main action of water on the matter is transformation. Actually, water is cutting through the earth, and because of water running down the mountain, it will make the valley. So what is changing our scenery? The main transformation of our scenery is made out of water. Water is running on the mountain, taking away the different soil, and then it's creating valley. So water is an element of transformation, purification, and change. So again, we have a nice complementarity. Scarlet is the earth, the material world, the solid world, and this is continuity. But turquoise is the water, and this is change, transformation, evolution. Naturally, people who dislike turquoise, they may have some problem with the seasonal passage from one season to another season, because the nature green will give us some season. So turquoise is also about meteorology and season. And people who are very much sensitive to meteorology, I have seen on the color test of those people, they dislike turquoise because it's a big change. So when you change from spring to summer, summer to autumn to winter, or the difference of pressure, humidity, and dampness and dryness, or the difference of atmospheric pressure, they may have some headaches, or they may feel bad, they may feel tired. People who are very sensitive to the environment and the changing of season, or the changing of meteorological condition, they sort of dislike a little bit turquoise. They don't put 0 turquoise, but they only keep 2 or 3 on the color test. So on the color test, we have only keep 2 turquoise. That means we don't really dislike it, but we don't really like it. So what does it mean? We have said that turquoise is about change, transformation, evolution, purification. So we say today we have got a lot of change, so many change that no, I don't want too much change. I want to have some security, some stability, some ground where I can put my feet on in order to be able to feel stable. So when we remove the turquoise, we say, okay, we have got enough water, we have got enough change, enough transformation, enough perturbation in our life. We aim for continuation and stability. Also in the tradition, turquoise was used by the Egyptian to represent the transmigration of the soul. That means the transformation of the soul into to another world. And the only place where you find turquoise, I mean, not only, but one of the places where you find turquoise, except in the water on the shore, is on the butterfly. And butterfly is a very big symbol of transformation because they go from, I don't know in English, but there is different stage of the butterfly. You say cocon, chenille, and papillon. I don't know how you say it in English. Cocoon, caterpillar, and then butterfly. So it's a very big symbols of transformation, evolution, and change. So where we will put it? There is no turquoise chakra actually, because turquoise is between green, which is around the thorax, and cyan, the next color, blue, cyan blue, which will be the throat. So it will be the hand chakra and the arm. Again, we have a big complementarity. We say that scarlet is the legs, and then the complementary turquoise, legs and feet for scarlet, complementary color turquoise is the hand and our arm. And the hand and our arm are the tools that we use to transform the environment. It's with our hand and our arm that we are transforming our environment. So it's a big symbols of transformation, evolution, change, and naturally purity, water, etc. I have got a lot of people who have get problem with drowning when they was kid. They drown, but they was safe from drowning. And then they remove turquoise because they are afraid. When they look at turquoise, they think about water and they think about drowning and they feel insecure, so they remove turquoise. So we have C magenta, the inner world, love, relationship, green, the outer world, connection with the unknown, the forest, the nature, scarlet, the ground, the earth, the mother, nourishment, security and stability. And we have C turquoise, which is the water, change, evolution, transformation, purity, etc. So now let's see the next colors. After magenta, the soul get incarnate into the body, scarlet. And when you get incarnated into the body, scarlet, you will go to red. So what is red? I have a look at the watch. Oh, I have to go quick. So on your island, just tell me where you will see red. There is two main parts where you will see red. What is red?
Stones.
Sorry?
Rocks, stones.
Yeah, but we have rock and stones already for scarlet. And scarlet and red is two very, very related color. Actually, the scarlet chakra is the inside of the red chakra. So it's the scarlet we relate it to the earth. So it's not the main things that is red. No.
Well, then is either sunrise or sunset.
Sunrise and sunset are orangey.
Fire.
Yeah, sure, naturally. So, but it's not every part of the fire. It's the flame of the fire is more orangey also, but it's the ember of the fire. But basically, fire, we relate red to fire. So what is the quality of fire? It's heat and energy. Red is the energy. People who, and it's very powerful. I mean, also you have some volcano, which is red, lava, which is red. And so there is a sort of, the negative part of red will be the aggressivity. But naturally, fire is not negative because fire, we need some heat. We need to be in a warm environment and we need some energy. But in certain case, fire can be dangerous. So people who have got some burn when they was kids, or they have been in some fire or in the house, they tend to reject red because they are afraid of the red. And it's everything which is related to heat, basically, yeah. Another one reason why you may not like too much red is a child that, even when you was an adult, you may have a very inflammation, sickness with big inflammation, and then you have the temperatures who have rise a lot, and that have put your life in danger. And then because of this, you may feel a little bit afraid with the red, and you may like to reject the red. Or you may have got some sunburn, but or a heat stroke. That's the reason why you can reject red. Other if you like red, it's because you like the heat and you want to live in a place where it's hot. And you may like hot food also. It's a very active colors. Red is the colors of the first chakra. That means it's about work, action. It's a very industrial colors. People who like red, they like to work. If they have no work, they feel bad. They need to be at work and they like it. And naturally, red is also our reserve of energy. So it's on the red line of the color test that you will see where is your reserve of energy. Maybe it's like your phone, it's low, or maybe it's full, and then you have more energy. It's a very, very active color. So people who like red, they like activity, works. And inside our body, we have little engines. And those little engines, they are called mitochondria. So it's no time to explain you what is those mitochondria, but basically mitochondria inside the cells are the engine of our cells, of our cells. If you eat cyanure, this, I don't know how you say it in English, it's a poison, it's called cyanure, I think, cyanure. It will cut the breathing of the mitochondria and you will die in few seconds. So those mitochondria, they are the real engine of our body. They give us the energy. 98% of the body energy is coming through mitochondria in the cell. So it's about force, dynamic, sports, and also another part of red is about everything which is related to testosterone. It's a very male colors. And this is about surviving and fight. So why do animals fight? And one of the main reasons, except for territory, when they fight together, it's because they want to mate, and the more strong animal will be chosen by the female. So it's about power, not about intellectual power or political power. It's about raw power, pure physical power, because female will choose the one which is the strongest. Another thing about red, naturally, is blood. You will find red into blood. And blood is the symbol of life and of energy. So when people like red, they like to work, they like to be active, they like to be alive. And finally, one of the last part of red, we got magenta conception, when the spermatozoid meet the eggs. Scarlet is all pregnancy in the mother wombs. And when you get pregnant after 9 months, you get alive and you born. This is delivery. You be alive, this is red. First colors of the spectrum is red. Negative part of red, we see already it was inflammation, but it's also related to danger, because they put red in case of any danger. because we associate red with blood, and when we see blood, that means there is a danger, or fire may be a danger also. This is why we related red to danger. Some people make a mistake, they related red to interdiction. It's not about interdiction, it's about danger. Interdiction will be a violet colors. And some people who have suffer from violence, domestic violence or childhood, they may reject red on the color test. There is many reasons for rejecting red. One, you may have received some aggression when you was in the past, or you may have got some inflammation, chronic inflammation that you have now, or you may have been aggressed with fire. That means any burns and all sorts of different things that we cannot speak now because it's too short. Normally, when we do red, we do 1 hour or 2 hours for every color, so it's a little bit short in 1 hour and a half. So red is related to the first chakra, it's around here. So it's also sexual activity. When I mean sexual activity, we don't mean pleasure, sexuality for pleasure. It's only reproduction, pure reproduction. This is the testes and the ovaries, which is carrying the life. Red is the life, fire, life, and eat, and action. So magenta, the inner world, love. Green, the outer world, the others. Scarlet, the material world, the incarnation into the body. Turquoise, the water, the transformation. Red is heat, the fire, the life, the energy. And now we go to the last color, blue cyan, which is a color which is called cyan. And where do you see this into your magical island? You can open your mic.
Sky?
Yeah, that's it. There is nothing else. It's the sky. And so basically the sky is the air. So it's the color of the air, not the air. I don't have any air, but the air. I don't know how to pronounce it well in English, but I try my best. Air. So when we know the quality of air, we will know what is the meaning of cyan. So when we mean air, we mean oxygenation, ventilation. In the body, we have a ventilation system. Breathing. When people like cyan, they like very much cyan. Basically, they tell me, let me breathe. Let me have some air. I need to breathe. It's about the oxygen. And this is very interesting because look, we have the fire, which is red, but fire cannot live without oxygen because fire and oxygen, they are very much related to each other. Same with scarlet, the earth, and turquoise, the water. Water and the earth, they need to go together. Same with red, fire, and cyan, oxygen. So what part of the body is related to cyan? Actually, it's not the deep part of the lungs, but it's a relationship with the lungs. It's more the upper part of the respiratory system. That's mean nose, ear, throat, and bronch. If you look at the respirator, many times they are not red, they are blue cyan. If you look at any aids for fresh respiration, they will put it cyan because it feels like, oh, you have fresh air with it. Many oxygen tanks are cyan. So sure, any gaseous gas or oxygen will be wind will be related to cyan. So what part of the body should it be? Naturally, it will be the throat chakra, the nose, and the ear. So what are we doing with, except breathing with cyan? Hair is very useful for human beings and for animals, except for breathing. You can, because of the air, you can communicate. Because of the air, you can communicate. If there was no hair, we cannot speak because the sound will not travel to the other person, to the ears of the other person. So science is related to communication, but there is a very strange things about communication. Communication is always two-way. The part of the communication which is related to science is much more listening, hearing, than speaking. And I can explain it to you why. Communication is two-way, speaking and listening. Speaking is an action. To make sound, you need energy. So when you scream, when you make a sound, it's more a reddish color. But when you listen, you are passive. Blue is a passive color. Red is an active color. So the part of communication which is related to blue is the passive part of the communication, which is receptivity. When I start my color test, the first color test I make to somebody, it was the first one. I invented and then I tried with somebody. I didn't know this person. And the person removed all the cyan, zero cyan. Then I tell to the person, because I already think that it's about the throat chakra communication and all this. And then I say to this person, oh, you are very bad with communication. You don't know how to communicate. And the person tells me, no, that's my job. I am a radio speaker and I teach communication. I say, oh my God, but you have zero on the color test. You have no cyan. Why is it? And I could not understand. Then I make a lot of color tests and I realize that the people who are speaking a lot, they remove cyan and they prefer red. At the opposite, people who have a lot of cyan on the color test, they remove the red, and those are people who are listening very well. They are more quiet. Blue is a passive color. They appreciate silence. And this is, yeah.
Wow. Pierre, we have
almost finished. Just 20 seconds. Yeah. Okay. Another thing with cyan is also, except that it is related to hair, it is also related to cold. The other part you will see cyan is into eyes. And actually it's the bubble of air that make the bluish of the eyes. And when there is snow, it's very quiet. So it's a passive colors. People who appreciate cyan, these colors, they like freshness. And they may have chronic inflammation. They remove red and they like cyan. Okay, we will not go so far away from this, but cyan, the negative part of cyan, you have to know that it's related to fear and to be froze, to be not able to move anymore. That is the negative part of cyan. Okay, we have made almost everything. Just see, cyan is cold and naturally red is hot. Again, we have a beautiful complementarity. And with this, I have speak 1.5 hours, sorry about that. So we will see the other colors in the next part. This is part number 2. I just want to tell you that we have a little red on the color test, very small part of red. So we don't like the negative part of red, which is aggression, violence. That means we don't appreciate violence at all. And we may feel a little bit tired because red is your energy. And for cyan, it's like this. We have keep 2 cyan. So that means we are better in speaking sometimes than into listening.
Excuse me, Pierre.
Yeah.
Could you please show once more the chart of our common color test so that we can see that again?
Yeah, I have to close my sharing screen and show you the next one. This one. Okay, and then I will end on this. So magenta is sort of balanced. So we like to have connection, love, relationship, tenderness, sweetness. It's the soul. soul incarnate into the body. This is scarlet. We are also very well balanced into scarlet. And we are looking, that means we are looking for security, stability, continuity, and we are okay with the material world. Then we get into red. This is to be alive and energy. So we have like, it's not good. We have reject quite a lot of red. So we are sort of saying there may be a danger into these colors. So what is the danger? We don't know. We have to speak with every one of you. But one of the danger may be the aggressive part of the color, because when we reject a color, that means it's not that we don't like this life, but we may feel maybe a little bit tired, because red is about your vitality. And when you get very tired, you sort of say, I don't want to work anymore. Red is action, working. And you say, oh, no, I want to take some vacation. Or you may get some bad memory with violence, because red is related to violence. Turquoise is a little bit down, but not so much, but a little bit down. So that means we don't want too much transformation. No, we say, okay, there have been a lot of movement this time, a lot of transformation, everything with this COVID story and all this. And now we need to have some stability. And also the cyan is not so much down. It's still good. 2 is very good. Huh? It's not very good, but it's good. That means we like to, we may like to speak more than we are listening. Let's have a look. I have to look here. No, actually we are balanced. If I look at the average, it's pretty good. This is the average line. So on the average, we are pretty good. So the next colors, 6 other colors will be for the next seminary. On this, Gabrielle, I'm sorry I have overgone on the time, but it was very difficult to do 6 colors.
Yes, I know. Can you please close your screen so that we can see each other again?
Yeah, wait a second. Here I am. Sorry, I was very long, but what to do?
So, Pierre, thanks a lot. This was really, really fascinating and amazing. I think we can be looking forward to our next session. It's going to be in 1 week. Exactly, again, Tuesday, the 26th of January, also at 6 p.m. So please visit again, and please book over the website. So Pierre, looking forward to hearing the other colors. Really, really fascinating. Thank you very much, Pierre.
Yeah, I want to speak with Maureen, because she say mint green does not represent freedom. I never speak about mint green. You have another color, which is another green that we will see next week. So there is a lot of different greens. So I was speaking about the forest green, and naturally in 5 minutes, it's impossible for me to give you more indication why green will represent me freedom. I can give it to you, but we will need at least 2 or 3 hours for of explanation. It's really take time to understand why a child in a primitive tribe is become independent and free when he's able to be by himself into the jungle. It takes time to understand it. And there is a relationship with aloneness also, because green is the only colors that do not have complementary color on the spectrum, because magenta is not on the spectrum. And this, I mean, we can go hours and hours with this color.
Yes, I know that. Thanks a lot, Pierre. I know when I got to know Pierre, I was on a workshop with him for 5 days. So I know exactly the most difficult part for you, Pierre, is to speak only 1.5 hours. But thanks a lot for this concise seminar, and looking forward to seeing you next week and hearing the other part. Thanks a lot. And thanks to everybody.
Bye-bye. I really like to see you again in 7 days.
Yes.
For the next part of the story.
Yes. fascinating. Thanks a lot. And goodbye, everybody. See you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
So.
Pierre, are you already gone? Okay. Bye. Ciao, Sandra. Ciao, Petra. Bok Velimir. Ja, schau, das sind jetzt nur mehr wir.
Hallo Goldi.
Hallo.
Hi.
Wir müssen ja unterhalten.